Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Shadow Strays. Rumor has it this is a good movie. Just TikTok rumor, don't know much about it, keeps popping up. It's 2 hours and 25 minutes long, but it's on Netflix. It's a weeknight. My kid decided to go to bed early, so I'm sneaking in a long movie on a weeknight. Check me out, right? Codename 13, a 17-year-old assassin is suspended due to a sloppy mission in Japan. She meets an 11-year-old Manji who loses his mother and sets out to rescue him. I don't know. Some kind of assassin movie. I mean, now you look at Netflix and they tell you the stars of deadly assassins decide to eliminate their targets by a secretive organization. I don't know. Premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival. I'd love to go to one of those. 6.5 on IMDb, which isn't bad, but I had the understanding it was maybe even better. 5,619 people rated it, and there is, like, when you scroll through this, there's not many pictures on IMDb for the actors or the actresses. So I don't know anybody. And then I scroll down, and it looks like the language spoken, which is always important, is Indonesian, English, Japanese, and Chinese. But, you know, on Netflix, they do a good job of either dubbing it or giving you subtitles. So I don't know. Let's check it out. I'm excited. Hopefully it's good. 2 hours and 25 minutes. Stick around. I'll let you know what I think. Hey everybody. We're at the credits of The Shadow Strays. And first of all, for me, 2 hours and 25 minutes is way too long for this movie. And here's why. Now, I get the draw to it. I think people who really love, like, the martial arts, action, fight scenes, this is their jam. And not that I love those too. I love them. But in moderation, I guess, you know. I don't like to be overstuffed with a little too much martial arts. And, I mean, we're talking gun, you know, knives, swords, hand-to-hand, lots of blood, lots of killing, squirting everywhere. Okay. And I'm good with all that, right? You know? But it was really, I mean, the movie was 2 hours and 25 minutes. It felt like the fight scenes took up 2 hours and 15 minutes of that. There might have been 10 minutes in between where people weren't fighting, you know, like long battles. And so that's just not my cup of tea. Not that I don't, again, I like the fight scenes and it's really cool and they're so talented. But, you know, just a little bit here and there, or, you know, one big one's good for me. I don't need to have the whole movie like that. But strong female leads, don't know any of them, right? So the girls are like the shadow ninjas that come in, and as it's the hard part for me is like there's no development of anything. It's just really all action, and you know, they try and splash in some form of a plot, and it just doesn't connect for me, right? So I'll walk you through it before I go into a little bit of spoiler alerts, but they have, you know, these shadow strays come in and they take out some bad guy. As we know, one girl did a sloppy mess and whatever, so she kind of gets suspended. The other woman goes on another adventure or mission, and the other girl's like stuck at home, like waiting to get called back in, you know, put me in, coach, kind of thing. And while she's doing that, this little boy across the street goes missing. You know, there's a little bit more to that. She's like, okay, she's going to try and help him, right? And the story becomes that for a long period of time. They don't really capture the other girl who went away. There's a little bit there that is wasted that we see. It's useless. Could have been better, but I really think it was wasted. Then we watch her try and just fight her way to find this kid, right? And that's what it is, just going around trying to get your Mustang back or whatever, you know, your Shelby, if you get that reference, but or your dog, whatever, doesn't matter. But that's what, you know, that's what the whole movie is, right? And then they try and make it all about something that you're not able to, I don't know, feel a part of, if you will. So I think I captured everything. I was going to write something down, but I think it was just about all the fight scenes and stuff like that. Very talented fighters. I don't know how they are as actors because I didn't really get to see much acting. But as fighters and martial artists, fantastic. Great choreograph. I think, like, you know, a lot of fight scenes you can see, like, I think this was really done well. But 2 hours and 25 minutes. So So there you go. I'm going to talk a little bit more openly about it. There's not much to it. I don't think it's going to spoil it, but I am going to talk a little bit more. So if you haven't seen it, you don't want to, know the ending. Not that I'm going to tell the ending. Anyway, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, right? Okay, so they develop this whole thing. We come to the end, and this girl comes circling back, right? Clean up this other mess. Okay, I got you on all that, and that's cool. But then they connect it right at the end, like her mother dying, and then this other, the master or the instructor coming in. Was she the one who shot the mother? And then just decides to take her underneath her wing and raise her, and then, or was she just come in after her mother died and raise her in? Like, that's not clear. It seemed like her mother's got shot, and then instructor came in and was like, oh, okay, I'll take care of you now. Like, she's the one who shot her mother. Like, what? And that whole piece where she went out after finding, the actual stray, who, like, and she was pregnant, is there going to be, like, an awakening? No, there's not. She's going to come after full force, so it was wasted on that whole piece. I did like the big guy. I thought that was cool. But there you go. That's what I had to talk a little bit more about that because that was bothering me. And then all of this for really nothing. Oh, one last thing before I let you go. If you stuck around this long, appreciate it. So she took that thing in the beginning, when she got shot, got revived, great. And I was like, that's what they're going to do to Manji or Janky or whatever his name was. You know what I mean? It revived one of them. Then they show her doing it to herself. It seemed like, but she wasn't dying. I don't get it. I like how they set it up for a little bit of a sequel, but I don't think I'd watch it, to be honest with you. Normally, even movies, I would watch them. Not this one for me. Just a little too much. Not enough. But yeah, I like the depth and the dialogue and that kind of stuff. And a little bit of action. A little too much for me. So there you go. Not sure if I was helpful or not, but I think I was. I think now you know what you're getting to go into, and maybe you'll really be excited and you'll go see it, or maybe you'll pass on it. I don't know. But thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.